Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the Niqabi Couple channel. This is our second video. And it's past midnight. It's like 1 a.m. We haven't made a video for like over a week. And we just decided to make a video on the go. You know, just improvise and...
This is quite uncomfortable.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It feels very itchy today.
My mom's pretty good though. But yeah, we're just going to choose a topic and we're just going to rant and talk about it and see what you guys have to say.
Mm-hmm.
So today's topic that I've been thinking was on passive aggressiveness or passive aggressive behavior. So what do you think about that? I mean, let's be real. We came across many people that displayed passive aggressive behavior. And, you know, we just all hate that. We don't like passive aggressive behavior. But let's just talk about some of the things that passive aggressive people do.
Yeah. You summarized it. I really can't stand when people are passive aggressive. It's just so irritating. It gets under your skin. I mean, I'm the type of person who would rather be straight up and direct about something if something's annoying me or annoying you, and especially if I've already told you and made it clear from the start of our relationship, like, hey, if I ever do anything that rubs you the wrong way, bothers you, pisses you off, offends you, makes you feel sad or mad in any sort of way, just let me know. I'd rather know what's bothering you so I can apologize and fix myself going forward so I don't do it again. Mm-hmm. Rather than you just keep it inside you, let it snowball, dislike me deep down, and then to my face just be like, oh, hey, what's up, how are you doing, and then hug me and stuff. I don't like that. I'd rather be straight up, tell you I have a problem with you, work on it, see if it was intentional or not, and build a bridge and get over it. Not just like throw little subtle hints here and there that you're pissed off at me, and then when I confront you like, hey, what's up, are you okay, you seem a little off, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
Then you tell me, no, I'm okay. And then I have to dig and dig and dig and kiss up to you, and then you might throw a little hint here or there, like, oh yeah, I felt like, you're acting
the
weird.
Subtle remarks, hey, like, no, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
That's one of the signs of, being passively aggressive.
Passive aggressive, yeah. It's just irritating because if I'm making an effort trying to fix whatever issues we're having, I think you should give me the same amount of respect, if not more, for me actually trying to take that step and trying to make you feel better. But instead, these people just go and treat you as if, like they're on the top of the world and you're like beneath them. And just because you ask them if everything's okay or you try to fix things, that maybe...
So you're not talking about me though, right?
No, I'm not
just
talking
to
about
clarify, because you did say these people. Unless you're being passive aggressive right now and trying to hint at me, you feel me? Like, catch your eyeballs, all right.
Okay. Yeah. No, my whole point, every time you interrupt my flow, because this isn't scripted and we're just like winging it, and
yeah,
you're just ruining it every time you throw a comment in there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Apology accepted. Anyway, what was I even saying before you cut me off? Before I was rudely interrupted?
Well, we are on the topic of passive aggressive behavior, so...
Way to narrow it down. I was talking about something specific though. Oh, when you apologize or you try to find out what's bothering someone, sometimes these people will twist it and make it as though, they'll like throw their arrogance in there, like, oh, like I'm something. That's why this person's trying to fix it with me, despite me like not telling them what's wrong and, trying to just continue to be passive aggressive, like giving them the silent treatment.
Oh, that's one of them.
Like they'll just not talk to you. Have you ever noticed some people, like instead of just apologizing to you, they'd rather just avoid you? Like,
yeah,
why is that?
As you mentioned, the silent treatment, that's one of the biggest one. Like, they won't even acknowledge your existence, you know? They'll be around you and stuff, and you'll try to bring things up, and they'll just answer you with one word.
Because they're trying to show you that, hey, I hope you notice and you get the point now, even though I'm not directly telling you I'm pissed off.
Right.
By me giving you one
but
word
know
answers.
that I'm mad at you.
Know
but
that
they
I'm
won't
mad
address
at you.
it. right? That's the other thing.
How about we get to the root of it and find out what's bothering you and solve it?
Right, that's the best way. And
you know?
in anything, like, communication is key. They say communication is key in any relationship, either that be marital or even, you know, at work or your friends in any group circle. Nobody likes
Your
that.
family, anyone.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, nobody likes that kind of
Yeah.
people. Like, talk about it. And even in Islam, I thought something was across the screen. I was like, what is those
It's the
bars?
grid lines.
It's the grid line.
I don't know
But
what
yeah,
color.
I mean, even in Islam, the best thing to do is address it directly, right? Sit down with the person, say, hey, brother, sister, homie, spouse, like, let's retrace our step, right? And see where we came about whatever issues that we have, They say that when you lose something, retract your step to the last place, think about where you lost it, and go from there. So, hey, if things just started going downhill on Tuesday and it's Thursday, right? And Wednesday is where all the passive aggressive behavior just started.
Try to think about what happened
right?
on Tuesday. Yeah.
And honestly, it's just like a whirlwind in your head. You're just constantly thinking about that. If you're OCD like me, like, and you just think about different scenarios, how things could have gone differently, right? If I said this or if that person said that, right? And you just like, why live in that kind of mess in your head when you can just like, let's just stop right there. Hey, I'm having issues. I don't want to treat you any differently, right? I don't want to treat you. Thanks for fixing my veil, niqab. I don't want to treat you any differently, and I want to have a clear conscience going forward. So this is the issue. What do you think about it? And how can we build a bridge and get over it, as you mentioned, right? So what are some of your advices that you may give to people that may be passive aggressive or experience or live with someone else, or how do you deal with passive aggressive, behavior in people?
Yeah, that's a good point. As you can see, I probably raised my voice so many times throughout this video. I didn't mean it. I just get so passionate.
You're just so
about
passionate
topic.
about passive aggressive. I think you're going through something like this currently, even right now. Even I am, either it be with family or friends, So, that's why we just have a lot to say about it.
I mean, your whole life, I'm pretty sure everyone's experienced this in some way, one way or another. I mean, if you haven't, then you're blessed. But if you have, like most people, unfortunately, then everyone deals with it differently. Some people might decide to act passive-aggressive back to that person to try to show them, oh, you think you could play this game? I could do it too,
Right.
Some people might ask them, hey, please tell me what's going on. I want to know, blah, blah, blah. And some people who might have an ounce of decency in them may say, oh, you know what? Maybe my behavior is very immature right now. Maybe I should actually tell them what's wrong, fix it and move on like decent human beings,
That's
right?
the best way. Mm-hmm.
Right. But other people might be like, oh, wow, despite me acting this way, this is, they're still begging me and want to know what's wrong. That means I'm something. They're really dying for me to be in their life. The fact that I'm giving them one-word responses
Right.
or not giving them any attention is really killing them. That's why they're asking me what's wrong. Wow, I have this power over them. I'm going to take advantage of it. And I'm just going to continue to ignore this person and make them feel small. But you know what, honey boo-boo? That's not going to last. It may last for a day. It may last for a week, a month, 6 months, a year. Eventually, that person's going to get tired of you. I'm sorry, but
maybe they'll start displaying passive-aggressive behavior. And then what's going to happen to, that self-worth that you thought you had, and the power, hey, every time I get angry over something and I don't address it, that person comes back and tries to kiss my behind, in a way.
But
and what if they're like, you know what, screw it. I don't have to deal with this
I'm sorry to tell you, but we all walk on the same earth. We're all going to be buried 6 feet under. That's if we're even blessed enough to have a grave, or we don't die being burnt in a fire or something,
right.
Or our body isn't missing in a sea or something. What are you so arrogant about? Beneath your skin, if you just cut yourself open, you're just flesh. You're smelly, you're disgusting, your intestines, your poop, you're all the nasty stuff deep down.
Yeah,
so,
all our all our poo smells. That's one of your favorite lines.
Yeah. So why do you act like you came straight from Jannah or you have a ticket to Jannah or something? Like it doesn't matter how you treat people. You're going straight to heaven. Or you came down from heaven and you're untouchable. Like you could do whatever you want and everyone just has to deal with
How
you.
about
No.
sometimes when there's something wrong, obviously they don't want to address the elephant in the room, as they say, right? But then when you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with this passive aggressive behavior, I'm gonna actually bring it up. So the passive aggressive behavior is towards you, but you're like, you know what, like instead of them bringing it up, you're like, hey, can you tell me what I did wrong so I can fix it?
Yeah.
Right? And then they don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, so
they're like, don't worry about it, this, that, right?
Because they don't have an... Yeah, okay. So another thing is, if you're like the nice guy or nice girl your whole life and you never speak up, you never say anything, and people just say whatever they want to you, mistreat you, step all over you, they get used to that. And when they get used to that, they're like, oh, this person's never going to say anything. So let me just take out my anger on this person. So they'll continue to treat you that way, mistreat you, until one day when you finally ask them like, hey, you know, what did I do? Why are you acting this way with me? It'll hit them by surprise. They're not going to expect it.
Because they weren't expecting it.
They weren't expecting it. So at that point, they actually have to sit and rationalize when you tell them, like, hey, can you tell me what I did wrong? Can you give me an example? They'll be like...
Nobody ever asked me why I'm mad. They just apologize and
they're so used to that, so they'll just be like, since I don't have a reason, they'll just be like, you know what, don't worry about it. You know,
because they don't even know why they're mad.
I must have just, you know, I didn't realize I was acting that way with you or whatever. Like, I mean,
right. It's all good. It's cool. Let's get over it.
Yeah.
And hey, hopefully, you know, that's a solution. Maybe next time they're like, this person actually has the guts to actually ask me, you know,
so
why I'm acting like that. So I won't act like that. So, yeah. So yeah, that's one of the resolution, right? You know, one of the advice is actually you be proactive. We can call it like proactive, you know, being proactive, and that's how you tackle a person that's passive aggressive. You're like, you know, instead of them who's being moody and coming up to you and like, listen, I don't want to have this in my heart. I don't want to be passive aggressive. Let's just talk about this. You're like, you know what? I don't know why you're acting like that. So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to do your job for you and ask you, hey, what's up? How can we get over this? What can we do?
But clearly, as we said, not everyone actually responds to it or tells you what's wrong.
Right.
So the best way, obviously, is for two people to talk it out like adults, like civilized human beings, you know, come to a conclusion, move on, be nice to each other, forgive each other, you know.
Yeah, as Muslims, I mean, forgive each other, you know, don't be shallow about it. Talk it out. Look at the bigger picture. Don't hold any grudges or anything in your heart.
Right, but I'm going to cut you off. It is annoying, though, when, let's say, if I don't want to hold any grudges and I forgive someone, but even though that person never apologized to me, I'm still forgiving them and giving them a new chance.
Right.
But every new chance I give them, they mess it up again and again and again and again, and they never apologize to me, and they act like I committed some crime against them.
Right.
Then naturally, it's like I kind of feel some sort of way now, because it's like, what else do you want me to do for you to please you?
Exactly.
So, you know, it's a two-way street. Respect is a two-way street, you know?
Right, and, you know, unfortunately, not everyone can be like the Prophet ﷺ, you know, that can forgive and forget as well. But as human beings, right, we forgive, but, you know, we don't want to fall in the same trap over and over, you know?
Right, also the hadith about if you get stung by a snake twice.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you should learn a lesson at some point, you know?
As they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
You know? So, be vigilant about it.
Yeah. So, try to talk it out, come to a conclusion, move on with your lives.
And honestly, you don't need that negativity in your life.
But some people don't want to do that. So, if they don't want to and they want to continue to be negative, grumpy, sour, puss face, and just like, give you the cold shoulder and ignore you and all that, you know what? You want to be that way? Even better. Make my life simpler.
Don't be passive aggressive and go along with it. Be direct, be straightforward, and tell them like it is. Meaning, don't hurt their feelings about it, but address it in a very polite. You know, you can be polite and be firm on what you do and say.
But if it doesn't work and they still don't want to acknowledge it and they still think they're right and they're always right, then, you know, to you, your way, to me, mine. I wish you the best. You don't have to say these things to them. but in the back of
Right.
your head is just like, you know what, I'm just gonna like kind of distance myself from this person, because the more I confront them or I'm around them and stuff, it's like a toxic environment, and I feel like I'm going down and I feel depressed, or I feel like I'm overthinking everything, or feel like I'm a monster, I did something wrong when I never did anything wrong.
It eats you up inside.
No
I mean,
one
it
should
happens
make
to
you
me
feel
all
like
the
that.
time, or it did, and alhamdulillah, I changed now. I don't need that negative, like, energy, negative people aura around me anymore. You know, before I used to just try to keep a positive relationship with everyone.
Yeah, I used to do that.
But I was like,
Because
hey,
I
I'm
always
hurting
wanted to
myself.
keep the peace. Always
I
wanted
used-
to keep the peace.
I used to come home and I used to just overthink all this because I just like overthinking about everything, and I'm like, what did I do? What did I do to this person? What could I have done differently, or this person could have done differently, right? And I'm like, am I really just wasting all this energy on this? And the other person's probably, I don't know, eating ice cream,
Yeah, they don't
watching
even
TV,
care about what they said or
sleeping.
what they did to
I mean,
you.
I really think like it's an issue that some people have, you know.
They'll just jab you and then go on with their lives. And you're going to sit there overthinking, oh my God, what did I say? What did I do? Did I provoke them? Am I the reason why they felt a certain way and then
Right.
they insulted me?
Right.
No.
So in that kind of case, right, in those kind of cases, just hash it out then and there. You know, just not hash it out in like, you know, fighting or anything, putting them down, anything vulgar, but just talk about it and be like, you know, Jazakallah khair for your time. You know, I try to work it out. Allah's my witness. And I forgive you. You forgive me. If I see you, assalamu alaikum. If not, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, what do you guys think about that? Just let us know. I mean, we're just improvising here. This is just like free thinking for us. Man, this video went on for 17 minutes. I don't even know if we're gonna upload all this.
Yeah, we just talk so much.
It's just a lot. So that's what happens when you just like
passionate about something.
And you know, you don't have like a
script
for it, and you don't like have like pointers.
Yeah.
And you just talk.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. You know, Jazakallah khair. Let us know, what do you guys think? If you guys have any pointers, any tips, if you guys been through, you know, these kind of situations, and how you guys dealt with it.
Yes.
Yeah. So till next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.